Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you tune in from to the WorldWideChels channel. For the fans worldwide, of course, another Chelsea discussion video relating to all the latest reports around the club in the last 12 to 24 hours. Even if it's international break, I'll bring you guys the latest news as always. As you can see from the title, we're going to be discussing about Eden Hazard, which, we've kind of spoken about the fees from the current reports look quite interesting. Also about Haaland and Timo Werner yet again being linked together with a cash deal involved, and also Lukaku's competition. So, guys, we've got the co-host, Mr. Matt. How are you, first of all, bro?
Yeah, very good. Been a good day watching the Formula One. Glad for that to be back. Hope Father can see that Ferrari's still going to be just as shit as usual. So happy to see his reaction to that. But yeah, happy international break as good as you can get. But can't wait for Chelsea to be back on the screens.
Definitely. Guys, everyone that's tuned in, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new here, hit the notification, tune in every single day. I'm not sure if I'll do a video tomorrow, but so far we've been doing it every single day. Send in your super chats if you want to support the channel. And yeah, look, let's get straight into. Actually, hang on. How long left on the Formula One?
3 minutes.
And everyone's probably going to do their final lap, right?
Yeah, they're all on their final lap now. If I just start screaming because Hamilton's gone pole, then
Verstappen's first, right? Currently.
Yeah, it's neck and neck between the two, though. Everyone else is miles behind, but
Are they currently on the outlap right now?
yeah, they're on the outlap now. I think Stroll's come out early, but he started it already. But
yeah, okay. So we'll give it. We'll talk for a minute, just quickly. So what's your thoughts on Eden Hazard? Very quickly, £42 million, about 50 million euros. Real Madrid willing to accept, obviously because of injury prone. He's not really worked out over there. Would you take him back now for that fee?
no way.
It's quite cheap, man.
It's cheap, but I've seen the reports of him. He might not even come back from this because it's the third time that you've put metal plate in that same ankle, same area. If you do it at the highest level, you can't be doing that, and it's such a risky operation that he's having. I don't think he's ever going to come back the way he was. So rather than spending £42 million on a position we don't really particularly need over other positions, I think I'd rather just go and buy the players we need, use that money wisely.
Well, there we have it, folks. I think we will end the stream here. We've finalized everything. I think Matt's probably said everything that we need to hear. No, I'm joking. 42 million, yes, very, very tempting deal. But like Matt said, the injury seems very, very serious. It could possibly not be the same player. I do see a lot of people say about overweight and stuff. I feel like he gets rid of that eventually.
Yeah, he's always pre-season. He's overweight. I can understand with all the Belgian food how nice it is. You do put a bit of weight on over the summer, but he always gets it off. You have players like that. Luke Shaw's the same. You always see his holiday photos and he looks fat as anything, but he comes back and he's fine. So they're the professional footballers. They know how to condition themselves and get back to their best.
Definitely. How long left in the Formula One? Let's see this finale now.
Minute left.
And are they all on that still on outlap, or
they're all going through doing their timings now? Bottas
any sector 1, sector 2's done?
Bottas has just gone through to start his new lap. Having a look now. Stroll's gone back in the pits, so he'll be 6th or below.
So we'll give another 30 seconds quickly. Cashapp, man, what's going on, man? I hope you're good, bro. Thanks for the lovely comment and good to see me again. Good to see all of you guys on again. Strip Bears always supporting the channel. Please support the channel. Show some love to the like button.
Hamilton's gone, has done new personal sector in the first lap. The first sector.
So it's looking good so far. We've got no Hazard. We've got no Hazard. And you know what? Allow buying Haaland or Lukaku. Just go back to the old days of linked.
I do not want to see Carroll, Barnes, anyone like that linked to us ever again.
Why not, man? They're top core signings.
Maybe for Arsenal it'd be a good signing. good mid-table
Yeah.
signing, but not for a title challenge.
Yeah. Just
Rather
quickly,
stick with
guys,
Haaland.
bear with us for the next 30 seconds. Some laps are going to be sorted now. Where are we at,
Hamilton's
man?
had a slow second sector.
Green or orange?
Orange.
Ah! No, 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 no. It's not
Bottas has
looking
got
good.
2 greens. It's not showing. The Bottas is third. Hasn't improved. Hamilton's got come back in the
Yeah,
last lap, but I think Verstappen's going to take it. He's got 2 purple sectors.
goodbye. Verstappen is going to be first
Whoa,
place.
Verstappen 3 tenths quicker than Hamilton.
Done.
Leclerc 4th, but he's miles away. Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone else.
I'm not really bothered about. Actually, wait, where's Alonso?
He didn't set a time at all. So he's just. I think he said before he's like if he gets to Q3 he'd be happy. I think he's just saving tyres.
Yeah,
You got Ricardo 6th, Norris 7th, Sainz is down in 8th for Ferrari. So, oh no, Alonso did set a time. He's 9th. He's just gone through.
that's what I
So
like
it's
to
Stroll's turn.
hear.
Well, I'm sure
Glad to
Farmer
hear.
would be happy being in mid-table Ferrari again.
Okay, so a lot of people say no to Hazard very quickly. We got love the man. Hazard was the boss, but let him have his history with us. Don't want that spoiled. Hazard shouldn't come back. Let's buy Dybala.
No. If we're talking
We're back.
about no vibes, just styles or whatever it's called, that getting Dybala is perfect. But you can't. Where's he going to play? Realistically,
He can play any position, man. Goalkeeper,
Yeah, but
defender,
I
right back,
I
left
still
back.
don't think he actually has a position. He just plays where he wants. Sometimes he scores, sometimes he doesn't do anything like this season.
Yeah. Guys, a lot of people have been liking the video. Thank you very much for 32 likes. Let's push it to 40 likes if you guys can help out the channel. Subscribe for new here, hit the notification. Let us know your thoughts on Eden Hazard to Chelsea. £42 million. It's a bargain, but do we really need him? Matt says, no, we don't need him. No, he could be finished. No, his career might be done. So, what do you guys think about that? No way. Hazard is a spoon full of sugar away from becoming a donor. It's really worked well for him going to Madrid. It's what he wanted. So stay there. We don't need you. Bye bye, says Sergio Aguero.
That is a bit harsh,
Harsh.
to say the least. I mean, I'm not really a massive fan of Hazard as everyone else is.
Stop
And
lying.
I've always given him his criticisms. But to say some stuff like that, I think that's just a bit insulting to the player. He's gone to Real Madrid. It was his dream to go. Fair enough. It's not worked out for him, and just leave it at that. I don't think we should buy him back, and it's simple as that. It's nothing personal against the player, but we don't need him. We need we need a defensive midfielder. We need a striker. We need a centre back. Unless Hazard wants to play any of them positions, we don't need him.
Fair enough, that we have it, folks. Amanda's a member of the WorldWideChels channel. We should not buy back Hazard as it will destroy our good memories of him. Definitely for sure. Just want to let you guys know, me and Amanda's played FIFA 21 until 5 a.m. or 4:30 a.m. UK time. We needed to draw the last game. We were losing 3-1. 65 minutes gone. We were a bit worried, but we ended up winning 5-4. It should have been 5-3, but I brought out the goalkeeper as banter, and I let them score final minute for 5-4. But we're Division 6. Follow us on Twitch at WorldWideChels. Everything in the description. Go follow the podcast as well. Articles, you can find everything in the description where Matt leads everything. So please go support if you can. Look, let's talk about this Werner and Haaland. This is the second time it's come out now. We saw it probably, I think, last week for the very first time. So apparently this is a Roman Abramovich type way of trying to get Haaland. What do you make of that?
It's just as much of a bullshit story as it was a week ago, if I'm honest. To say
About a week ago.
It's a Roman Abramovich type of signing, the way he's going to sign him. No, Roman Abramovich wants to sign someone they'll just go. They'll screw the 150 odd million. They'll give him an extra tip on top and say keep the change.
So you're saying Werner has to stay, definitely.
I mean, if you're going to get rid of a striker, the person you have to get rid of is Tammy Abraham because he's on a 1 year left on his deal.
Why
He's not going to
Tammy
sign.
Abraham? Why are we
If he's not
hating?
going to sign the contract, business just in a business sense, it makes sense to use Tammy in a swap deal because otherwise you're
Yeah,
going to risk losing him on a free.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Well said, Amandas, man. Please, as we stop spamming, by Grealish, otherwise I have to block you for 5 minutes, my friend. Werner has to stay. Abraham is terrible. It's a bit harsh. Is he that bad? I don't think he's that bad.
He's not bad. I just wish he'd sign a contract and stop pussyfooting around. Commit to the club or fuck off.
Yeah, it wasn't his dream. He left Chelsea because of money. Nah, it wasn't because of money. Chelsea offered him.
If it was because of money, he would have gone PSG years before he left for Real Madrid.
Yeah, Real Madrid was his dream move since a kid. I think even before he joined Chelsea, he was talking about Madrid, and Zidane always wanted him since 17 years old. Well, he got him what 10 years later, 12 years later. Isn't the guy? So got a lot of people saying basically Werner has to stay. Matt saying doesn't really make sense. We've got K Sav saying swap Werner for Haaland. Werner is not justifying his price tag. We need Haaland to bang up goals.
What happens if Haaland doesn't bang the goals in first season? Are you going to sell him because he doesn't justify his price tag? I don't like this idea of a player comes in, has a poor. I don't even think he's had a poor season. He's had an average season, if I'm honest. And then you just sell him on because he's not the new toy on the block. Drogba, in his first season for Chelsea, did arguably worse than what Werner's doing right now. But yet he stayed. We gave him a little bit more time and he became one of the best strikers in Chelsea's history. So why are we going to just keep throwing our new toys out the pram just because they haven't been superstars like we thought they would?
To be fair, though, that team won the Premier League, bro.
Yeah, but this team could win the Premier League.
Really?
You got to give players, especially in the time of COVID, when it's even harder to adapt to a new league, and the Premier League's supposed to be the best league in the world. It's going to be hard for players to adapt, and with German players especially, you've seen with Gundogan, it's taken 1, maybe 2 seasons for them to fully adapt to the Premier League. So this is the problem. Everyone goes about, oh, we'll buy all these European players; they're going to smash it straight away. No, you've got to realize it does take time to adapt to a new league. Every one of our players is having that, and you've just got to take that into account a little bit. Like I've seen enough in Werner to say that I think he can do it at Chelsea. It's not like he's a Bakayoko who offers absolutely nothing.
No, real talk. Yeah.
Werner has shown enough for me to say, yeah, he can stay on. If he's next season still shit, not doing well at all, then maybe you've got an idea of maybe, yeah, you can look to sell him on if you can. But he's still not exactly the oldest as well. I keep him in the team. Keep him in the team. He's doing all right. It's just all over talk about Werner's a flop and all that. I don't think he's even that much of a flop.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, man. I've seen him teamwork. I've seen him contribute a lot in terms of the team. He just needs to get a few goals to help. He has been quite unlucky a few times, but at the same time, he has missed a few sitters as well. Got Werner here, another member of WorldWideChels scores. I'd rather have both Werner and Haaland in the team. It's good to have 2 goal scorers up top. That's fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I think Timo Werner has to play behind another big striker for him to get the best out of him. I don't know who said about left striker or that left 10, 11 striker, if that makes sense. The ones that rather on the wing they drift in. That type of player.
You could even argue that you play him as a winger, but he more fills in and cuts in, and then you ask the fullback to do the whole out on the wide. Yeah. And you've seen Tuchel do that. His fullbacks pop right up onto the wings, hug the touchline, and then the wingers come in as inside forward. So I think Werner could do that even in a 4-back formation, depending on what Tuchel wants to do.
Yeah, just very quickly, guys. I don't agree with anything that I want to be saying next. I'm quoting someone. I'm not going to say who said it as well. Um, but would you guys take Patrick Bamford to Chelsea?
Oh, that was probably the worst take I've seen on this channel.
What's wrong with Patrick Bamford? He's one of the best strikers in the Premier League right now.
He's had one good season out of how many? I mean,
He hasn't been given a chance,
we've had him on the books before, and he did absolutely nothing for us. He did absolutely nothing for Palace. He's done a couple of moves from Middlesbrough to whatever, and then now he's playing well in a lead structure that, let's be honest, they're all out attacking. Of course, that team and a lot of their players are going to score a fair amount of goals because they all out attack and don't defend. Bamford, it screams mediocrity, and I'm surprised that certain person mentioned it on the channel. I think if you want to become a top club, we don't need to talk about that. I'd put Bamford in the Andy Carroll, Ashley Barnes category of we do not want to see them type of players at the club. Even as a third choice, I wouldn't want Bamford as a third choice striker for us.
Who's better, Bamford or Tammy?
Tammy.
Why?
I think Tammy has shown it more consistently that he can score goals. Bamford's having one good season in the Premier League. Tammy's scored quite a few goals over 2 seasons, and he's done it much better than Bamford did in the Championship as well.
Guys, everyone in the comments saying that we should sign Bamford. I have to respect all you guys saying yes, thanks, sign Bamford. One of the best strikers right now in the Premier League for sure. He's probably better than Tammy Abraham. He could challenge Haaland in the future. You never know. Like in terms of if Haaland was to come Premier League, I think head to head, really Bamford could probably do better. Maybe. Matt, no.
Let me know when you've stopped trolling.
Big up Kazilla, man, for saying bring Bamford. I was a bit shocked yesterday. I couldn't really say anything that much, but he's actually serious, guys. Bamford. Wow.
It was that bad. I nearly just turned the stream off right then and then.
It's a bit harsh, man. It's a bit harsh. Who else we got? We're going to be talking about other topics very quickly. Bamford, Haaland, Werner. I would take that though. I would take that over what we have currently. I would take that.
Yeah, I just wouldn't want. There's plenty of other strikers you could put in bar Bamford, and it'd be better.
Like the Sheffield United striker, the Ronaldo.
Oh, what McGoldrick? No, he walks like he runs like he shat himself. But you got if you're looking at what you'd call mid-table forwards, there's plenty better than Bamford. You've got Danny Ings, who's better. You've got Ollie Watkins, who is better. You've got I'd even say Antonio to a point is probably better than Bamford. I really don't rate Bamford at all. And to answer Amanda's question quickly, do I rate Depay? No, not really. He did really crap at Man United, and currently he's just spending his time in the Eredivisie and French leagues pumping goals. But it's to do it in that league, to do it in Premier League is completely different. As well as Andre Silva, again, not really a fan of him at all. If they want to come and be third choice, fine, but I think the wages would be just too high. I'd much rather spend
for Andre Silva.
Andre Silva, not too much, but Depay would be on a lot of money.
Do we even need Depay, guys?
No, we don't need him. I don't think he's even a proper striker anyway. We've got enough of these not proper strikers in the club as it is.
It's tough, man, because all this time we're talking about defenders this, defenders that, and now we probably don't even need to sign a defender, or maybe the defenders out there aren't really that good enough to be even looked at so far. So it's a bit confusing, man. I think the only player that we should be looking at is probably Haaland. Is there anyone else, really? Realistically?
I mean, if there's a chance of a discounted rate at Sancho, I wouldn't mind going to that, but you'd have to get either one of a DM or centre back in first before you start spending on a winger.
Yeah, I mean, we should be expecting a lot of sales as well, right?
Yeah, I mean we've got to figure out who we're selling and sell quick. We don't want none of this wait till the end of the summer and try and snip off bargains from people because it just doesn't work. We've seen that over the last few months. We just need to be honest with the players and say, right, you've done well for the club, you've put in your work, right, but we're going to move you on. And unfortunately, we're going to have to take a loss on some of these people. Bakayoko, just get any fee. They were haggling over 5 million again. It's just like, fuck the 5 million. I know it's not my money, so it's kind of hard for me not. It's hard for me to say, oh, 5 million, but it just doesn't make sense to keep them on the books for this amount of time. All right, we're getting a good loan fee out of them every 5 minutes, but you need to sell these players on because it's just going to get to a point where, especially with these new FIFA rules coming in, you're not going to be able to loan out 20, 30 players anymore. So get these useless players like Drinkwater and Bakayoko off the books because they don't have low wages, they have high wages, and we need to just spend them wages on people that are actually going to play for the club and actually do well for the club.
Yeah. Is Mbappe actually on a 1 year contract left remaining?
I don't know about Mbappe. I know Sancho is, but I don't know about Mbappe.
Apparently, Mbappe has 1 year left. I mean,
I'll double check that.
I'm
But
sure everyone should be looking at that type of deal as well. I mean, it's crazy, man.
I mean, there'd be more talk about it if it was 1 year deal.
True. Guys, everyone that's tuned in, keep liking the video. Push it to over 50 likes during the stream. Subscribe. Help me get to 19.4k subscribers. I'm about 7 away. And send your super chat donations if you want to help out the channel. People say 2 years, 1 year. I don't even know.
It does expire summer 2022.
Also, it is close to 1 year.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot. I have seen when I just searched it up, I've seen a lot of articles saying that Mbappe is thinking very hard about signing a new contract. So I think that there's such a big player like that, it takes time to do a contract anyway. So I think if he was thinking of leaving, you would have heard all the rumors already.
What if they're just holding it for the summer, though?
No, I mean, such a big player like that, you'd get the whispers, and I think the agent would want the whispers already. Because again, it's one of these deals that's going to take ages.
Who's his agent?
Don't actually know. I don't think it's any big agent.
I mean, if FFP goes, then why not get Haaland and Mbappe 250 million and ruin football?
Well, you've got to talk about actually fitting him into a team.
I'm sure we can fit him in.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not. You don't want too many superstars all up front because they're going to want too much of the ball and they're going to get stuck in their positions. Especially with Mbappe because he does like to come inside a lot, and he's just going to get. I think he'd get in the way of Haaland a little bit. He's got his agents, relatives to Mbappe.
Yeah, guys. I'll answer this one quickly. Who is out of contract next season for the loan army? Because we've got players like Drinkwater, Barahman, Van Ginkel. Van Ginkel should be gone in the summer. I think he did sign a 1 year deal. Chelsea have been helping him throughout his injury problems. Barahman, I'm surprised he's still here. I thought he was gone. I saw him after a game once as like a normal casual fan with, I think, one of his family members. I thought he was just finished. I thought he's left the club, but he's still here.
No, I think he's still got a little bit of his contract left, but I think Chelsea have just been trying to get him fit and get him out somewhere. But these sort of players, I don't mind them being at the club so much because I understand that they've been injured, so you can't really sell them when they're injured. So you have to keep them, loan them out, and get them a move somewhere. But it's just been certain players. It's been just a struggle. I mean, in terms of contracts. First team, obviously, it's Giroud, Thiago Silva, Willy Caballero. I'm trying to find out more.
If Juve want 25 mil for Ronaldo, is that worth a shout? That'd be a dream for me.
I don't think Cazilla would be happy.
Yeah, he would want Bamford over Ronaldo. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna ask him next time I see him. Bamford or Ronaldo right now? Who would you take? He'll probably say Bamford, right?
He would say Bamford, definitely. He really has a problem with Ronaldo.
Guys, we've got over 58 people tuned in so far. Keep liking the video to over 50. It helps out the channel. Subscribe and hit the notification. Tune in every single day. Help me get to 19.4k subscribers. We're about 7 away from that. So please do keep liking the video, man. It helps out. We've got 66 people now. It's going up every single second. But yeah, please do send in super chats if you want to support the channel. Any midfielder news, guys? I've not seen anything about midfielders.
Yeah, it's gone a bit quiet. I think we're looking at a lot of talent from the French league, but that's all into the scouting phase of it. So I think there's nothing that's leading it. I mean, there was that rumor that said that Declan Rice isn't exactly completely cold right now. They're still slightly looking at it, but I think it'd just be simply too much money, if I'm honest, especially with the season he's had.
Yeah, we've got a first donation here from Nick Toller, as always, supporting the channel, man. Big up to him. Thank you, bro. Ronaldo over Tammy. I think we can all agree with that. But the question is, Ronaldo over Bamford. Is he going to be over Bamford? Because Cazilla wants Bamford. That is the one we need to ask the question. Ronaldo or Patrick Bamford, one of the best strikers right now in the Premier League. We have to be very considerate about it because Bamford is killing it. He's killing it. He's proven doubters like Matt J. Bull wrong, and he's doing a fantastic job at Leeds, man. Thank you, Nick Toller, for the donation, says Stripbear. Thank you. But yeah, I need to know, guys. Honestly, would you take Ronaldo or Bamford, man? Let me know. Let me know. Cashapp, thank you as well. Everyone help this channel. He brings us great live vids with other Chelsea fans. Every single day there is a live stream, regardless if there's an international break. I have still been streaming every single day. I don't know how, but I've managed it. 50 likes, EP. That's a bomb, right? You're the bomb, right?
Yeah.
Guys, push to over 60 now. Let's get the 60 likes so far. Bamford is a baller, but I don't think he'll do well. That's not the question, my friend. Bamford or Ronaldo? That's what I want to know. Rizal, make sure you like the video before you ask any questions, please, because I know you don't like videos in general. So press the like. Otherwise, I'm not watching your Twitch. So please do. Yes, we'll get Hazard, man. It's a dream come true for you, right? Ronaldo for 35 mil, no more, and I'll be happy. Wow. Nick said 25 mil, and mine is saying 35 mil.
I mean, apparently Juventus need to sell because they're in the shit in terms of finances at the moment.
Are they?
Apparently, a lot of Serie A clubs are struggling, and if Juventus, for some reason or another, don't get in Champions League, which the way they're playing at the moment, they lost at the bottom place Benevento the other day, so they're really struggling. I think when you've got players like Ronaldo, Dybala, who are on mega wages, they need to get them out of the books. I think they're trying to get Pogba in as their only signing in the summer.
I don't want to get Pogba if they can't afford it in general, man.
That's why they're going to get rid of Ronaldo, Dybala to try and afford it.
Wow. Devin Johnson, big up from Jamaica. I've got a lot of viewers from Jamaica, man. So big up to you lot as well for supporting the channel. Stripper says, I'll take Ronaldo for 2 seasons just to watch United fans cry while I ban at him. Imagine Ronaldo at Chelsea and just, I don't know, scores a header in the box every single time, crossing in, maybe. Who knows? Lukaku. Let's talk about Lukaku. We said that we'll probably take him if Haaland isn't available, right?
I think others said that. I wouldn't exactly go with that aspect.
Oh, okay. Who was the other signing that you wanted as a striker?
For me, I think the only, if you're going to get someone that's on Haaland's level, it has to be Harry Kane. I think it would be just as hard, but I think it's a bit more possible if Tottenham don't get top 4. I think if Kane does not want to leave that club in the summer, there's something wrong with his mentality, big time.
According to reports around Tottenham, talking to David Ornstein, I think it was, he wants to stay at Tottenham.
Well, if he wants to stay, then he doesn't want to win trophies anywhere because he's not going to win anything there. It's gonna get worse there, especially if they keep Mourinho.
No, don't disrespect Mourinho like that, man.
No, but you can't. I'm not. This is not me disrespecting Mourinho. I love the bloke, but to have him at Tottenham is just the world's worst thing because they're not going to spend any money for him. I mean, he's having to scrape getting people like Gareth Bale on loan who don't want to stay at the club. They've made it clear they want to go back to Real Madrid, and Tottenham's just a stepping stone for him once again. So they're not going to challenge for anything Mourinho wants to do, and if quite frankly they're not going to challenge for anything Harry Kane wants to do. So if he wants to come to a big club, we will have to pay a lot of money for him because Daniel Levy is Daniel Levy. But at the same time, I think he is scoring the goals we need right now in the team. And there's not many other strikers out there that really provide that, especially in the Premier League. Lukaku, for me, doesn't do it big enough in the big games. For what he's done this season, doesn't really change too much for me because I think it's just more that he fits the Serie A more than he's improved. So yeah, the only other person on that level was probably Lewandowski, but that's impossible. And then you're going to have to massively downgrade to the likes of Lukaku, who is going to cost a lot of money anyway. I don't think I want to spend anything upwards of 70 million for him, which you're going to have to pay at least. And then you have to look at the people like Martinez. I think he's like a Timo Werner. You don't really want him. And then apart from that, you're scraping at the shit in the barrel, which is the problem. And that's why I think Haaland needs to be the absolute priority no matter what.
Yeah, just very quickly, guys. Badant, I hope you're good as well, bro. Thanks for asking us. I'm going to try to go through as many as I can of the members. I agree we should go all out for Kane. We shall see what he decides to do later on the season. Lukaku can't do first touch. He tends to trip in mad ways over his own shadow. Jimenez, Icardi, Martinez, Aubameyang, Dybala, Aguero, any one of these guys you rate. Just before we answer that, just very quickly, everyone, look, I know we hit 60 likes. It's still not enough to keep asking you guys every single time. Keep liking the video, keep subscribing, keep hitting the notification, sending your super chats. Help me get to 19.4k subscribers. And guys, everyone, at least one of you guys, okay? At least one of you guys, go in the description, follow me on Twitch as I play FIFA 21 and Call of Duty. If you guys can follow me on Twitch, it will be a massive help. And also check out the podcast and the articles by Matt. He leads every single of those content, so please go help out the guy by clicking the link to the WWC pod articles page as well. Everything is there, guys, man. Go click it, go follow me on Twitch, go do everything, man. We play FIFA and Call of Duty every single night, so please do. But yeah, Matt, go ahead.
So to sum it up quickly, Martinez, as I said, I think he's a good striker, but he's a Werner type striker. I don't think he can lead the line. Dybala, simply nope. Cardi, nope. Jimenez, I mean, it's not a bad option, but it would be a massive downgrade to the likes of Haaland. Aguero, I think because of his injuries, nope. Aubameyang doesn't look all at it at the moment. I think he's completely gone in terms of his confidence, motivation. I think Arsenal have just unfortunately ruined him like they do most players. So probably not. I think Jimenez is surprisingly top of that list for me if you're going to sign anyone, but I wouldn't really want to sign Jimenez, especially looking at his injuries again this season.
What about Aguero?
Again, it's injuries. I think I've always had the question mark of Aguero with injuries, and this season it's been just as bad. I think the fact that it's possibly on a free makes it a bit more appetizing. But then again, he's going to be on big wages, and the problem with this club, we don't sign big contracts for people over the age of 30. So you're going to have that saga of each season. Is he going to sign a contract? I think he's going to pack it in and go to Boca Juniors.
Boca Juniors?
It's where all the Argentinians go back to finish their career, really. He might go to America, but I just think he's done at the highest level. He's really not been at it for Man City at all this season. He's just been injured after injury. Jesus has been leading the line for him all the time, and that's why they're looking possibly at a new striker.
It's a bit mad. It's a bit mad. Nini said 20 plus 25 million, and Emerson for Dybala. It's decent. That's what, probably saying 45 mil, maybe, kind
I
of,
mean,
in a
we
way.
do need to get rid of Emerson, but I just still wouldn't. I don't see what
Kazilla won't be
bringing
happy with that.
I just don't see what bringing Dybala in really does to our team.
Yeah. Nick Toller said Dybala is better than Havertz.
No, Havertz is better than Dybala. Come on,
I'm
come on,
joking.
Steve.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I know Nick. I know Nick's got a good footballing sense, so I knew he wouldn't say that.
Nick Toller, we love you, Nick Toller. We love you, Nick Toller. Thoughts on Andre Silva this season, lads? Been balling out this year.
I mean, he's been okay, but again, I don't think he's the sort of man to.
Wait, sorry to cut you off. Sorry to cut you off. Guys,
Oh,
ladies and
God.
gentlemen,
Mr. Patrick Bamford's in the building.
Mr. Patrick Bamford to Chelsea, please, everyone. Bamford is one of the best strikers in the Premier League right now. He could go head to head with the likes of Erling Haaland in future. We have to get him in. We have to get him in at all costs. Patrick Bamford, guys. He's one of the best strikers currently. He's better than Tammy Abraham. He's better than Antonio. He's better than Werner, Giroud. I think he can definitely go head to head with Erling Haaland. What do you think, Matt?
Oh, don't get me started on it.
What do you mean? He's a quality striker.
Yeah, maybe for a mid-table club, but not for us.
Patrick Bamford, he's that typical number 9 that you want.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
Why not?
I'm just seeing a man that gets all the balls in with a extremely attacking side that decides not to defend and just goes all out attacks, and he scored a half decent amount of goals, just like Tammy Abraham has for the past 2 seasons. As I said, going back to the Championship, if you're going to compare just Tammy and Bamford, Tammy outperformed Bamford in the Championship and the Premier League. So if you want to swap to be rude on Tammy, if you want to swap mediocrity for more mediocrity, then fine. But I want to go for the killer strikers, so we'll move on from that.
Very good question, Nick, as well. Kazilla, Bamford or Ronaldo right now? Who would you take right now, ladies and gentlemen? This is pay-per-view streaming right now. This is going to be an amazing moment. Let's see what Kazilla says. Kazilla, Bamford right now, or would you take Ronaldo? This is... I feel like we're going to see something. We're going to see something surprising here. But guys, in the meantime, like the video as it helps out the channel. We've got 76 viewers currently. Please keep liking the video. Subscribe if you're new here. Hit the notification. Tune in every single day. Send your super chats to help out the channel. Follow us on Twitch as we play FIFA 21 and Call of Duty. And also follow us on the WWC pod articles page as soon as possible. Everything in the description. Kazilla, yes, for Chelsea. Right now. Patrick Bamford or Ronaldo for 25, 35 million. Whatever it is. Would you take Ronaldo in the Chelsea colours in the summer or Patrick Bamford? We're going to witness history right now, people. This is going to be... But hear this, yeah. Hear this. I hear that. But, bro, Bamford for Chelsea is top number 9. I'm trying to sound like Kazim. I hear that, bro. I know Ronaldo has been the guy in the box. But Bamford, for me, bro, Bamford is... Let's see this, man. Kazilla, come on. Drop the comments.
He's bottling it.
Kazilla is at work, bro, from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. So he probably can't come on, unfortunately.
I said I want Bamford or Dominic Calvert-Lewin if we don't get Haaland or Lukaku. Yeah, but that's not the question.
That's not the
Answer the
question.
question.
That is not the question, Kazilla. I'm saying right now, would you take Patrick Bamford or CR7?
Hey,
You
but
take Ronaldo.
Ronaldo's better than Messi. Just saying.
Yes. Come on. Come on. Sorted. Nick, you can come on if you want, but we're gonna be ending it in 5-10 minutes, bro. But I can send you the link very quickly. Um, just bear with me. I have sent you the link now, but as I said, we will be ending it very shortly. So if you want to say your thoughts quickly, please do come on immediately. I'll take the passenger.
Oh, he loves to just get a sly dig at Cristiano.
It's too funny, man. Guys, got 75 likes. Come on, push to over 80 likes. Come on, we're doing very, very good for this stream, surprisingly. And send your super chats to help out the channel if you guys can. But yes, Ronaldo has beaten Patrick Bamford from the worst person that doesn't like Ronaldo, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Rashford or Abraham?
I mean, they're two different positions. Rashford doesn't really play out front, so it's kind of a weird comparison. If I was to choose between the two,
Yeah.
I don't really like Rashford, if I'm honest. So I just got Abraham.
Well,
Yeah, I don't think
Nick,
Rashford is. Yeah. Hey,
how are you,
man.
man?
Yeah, good, bro. Good. I'm gassed that Kazilla actually chose CR7 over Bamford. Let's be real, lads. I mean, if we've got 40 mil and your two options are Ronaldo and Bamford, I know who I'm taking anytime, all day. And that's CR7 any day, bro. Even for 3 years. Look at Ibra. He's doing bits, right? Ronaldo is a genetic freak, honestly. If we cannot get Haaland or Kane or any of these other top strikers, we must go for Ronaldo. Honestly, that's what I'm saying. Because Juve want to sell him. And if we get Ronaldo, bro, Money Mace, the link-up's going to be insane. With Ziyech too, all of our attackers, Hudson-Odoi. Imagine Hudson-Odoi and Reece James balls into the box with Ronaldo, bro. That would be insane, honestly.
That's crazy. That is crazy, guys. There we have it. Ronaldo to Chelsea. Can it happen? Can it ever happen
Come
at
on.
Chelsea? The
I'm a believer.
propaganda has started from Nick. We heard it here first. Ads basically, Kazilla said that he'll take Bamford right now. So not over Ronaldo. The question was, would he take him over Ronaldo? Because Bamford was one of his options to join if Haaland and Calvert-Lewin weren't available. He said he'll take Bamford. So I asked today, Bamford or Ronaldo? Because obviously he doesn't like Ronaldo. I don't know why he doesn't like Ronaldo, but luckily he just about said Ronaldo, but he does call him a passenger at the same time. A genetic passenger. Don't waste your time with a static striker. We have Giroud already.
Oh, you think Ronaldo's static? That man's a freak. He's still got it in him, bro. Honestly, he will be like Zlatan. He will be playing till he's 42 at the highest level. Like, I can see it. Honestly, but he'll play till he's 50, honestly. He'll play like another 5 years in like the MLS or something till he's like 50 because it's just dead over there, you know? But if we can get him, bro, you've heard it first here. The Ronaldo, jump on the Ronaldo hype train, lads. It's coming. It's leaving the station soon, you know. Especially if we win the Champions League, you know, we get another either midfielder or centre back in. Let's say Haaland buggers off to PSG or City or whatever, Real Madrid. Same thing with I don't know Kane, Ronaldo. That's the best option then out of those three. Just saying.
Ronaldo, there we have it, guys, to Chelsea. Matt, you probably can't believe it, but we're starting the train, bro. Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about Ronaldo. It's kind of a tough one. I think I'm always someone to look at the long term, and I think in a 36-year-old, it's hard to look at long term. But I mean, if we're desperately out of options and Haaland isn't available, Kane isn't available, Lewandowski is not available, then you've got to consider it in a way. I mean, when you're looking at the next targets, you're going to go for a one-season wonder in Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Oh, that's a big statement.
No, I'm not. This is not me going, he's only going to be good for one season, but for me, he's only proved it this season. I want to see him do it again because you get a lot of these things. I haven't rated him over the past few years before he had this good spell, so I want to see him do it again before we even start looking at the Dominic Calvert-Lewin as an option.
Exactly. Matt's just said it all there. Honestly, we need to get these players to prove themselves. If Bamford does it at another season or two at Leeds, then I'll be very then I'll consider him a lot. Same thing with Calvert-Lewin. You know, these players, they just take time, and they need to prove their quality to us so that then they can step up and join us and reach further aspirations for their career and bang in 20 goals a season, win trophies, which none of them have, unfortunately. But that stage can come, and if they show they can reach it, then we can consider them. But if not, if we can't get these already freakishly good young players, right, in Haaland or anyone else, and even Kane, I know Kane's not that young, but those top quality players, Ronaldo, someone like that has to be on the table because he's proven himself in the big leagues before. So yeah.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. We've got an interesting order from Amanda's here. All the strikers come to Chelsea: Haaland, Kane, Ronaldo, DCL, Lukaku, Martins, Bamford. What do you guys think on that?
I agree all of that up to the point of Bamford. I'd just cut him off and then leave it at that.
That's hard, bro. Nah.
I'd probably, if you're going to include strikers, I'd include Danny Ings, Ollie Watkins in between Martinez and Bamford. It'd be probably about 5 or 6 other strikers I'd include.
I don't want Martinez at the club because he's basically another Timo Werner. He's a short, pacey striker. We don't need another one of those players. Lukaku, bit iffy, you know, so I'd probably swap Bamford and Martinez. Other than that, it's pretty simple. Says it all.
I mean, as I said, Ollie Watkins, Danny Ings, I'd say they're all better than Bamford, and it would be higher on the
Ollie
list.
Watkins, yeah.
Yeah, Ollie Watkins is. He's always been. I think we had a rumor. Was it 18 months ago, back under Lampard's first season, where we were considering we were interested in him
From Brentford.
No, Ollie Watkins.
Yeah,
when he was
at
yeah, when he was at Brentford. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I would have taken him as a third choice option at that point, and I think he's so far. Again, I would want to see him do it again in the Premier League, but he's been proving it over the constant amount of seasons that he can score goals.
Oh, bro, nah, don't disrespect Werner like that, bro. If he does it next season, yeah, go ahead, say what you want, bro. But just the man has quality, you know. What was the year before? Wasn't he like
No, I'm done. I'm done.
Bro, why are we all on the Timo Werner like dislike train? Honestly, he got ruined. His confidence got shot to bits by Lampard. He was playing on the left wing, man. He's not a left winger. If you're playing on the left wing and you're a striker and you're barely getting the ball, your confidence will shoot to pieces, man. You need to give him some time, man. Honestly, next season, right? If he doesn't perform, I hear you, but I'm willing to give him that next year to prove himself. If not, just bin him, honestly. But you can't give him too much. You got to cut a little bit of slack for him this year, honestly, man. It's a bit disrespectful.
I'm not going to be rude to Cazilla, but Cazilla would have been that type of fan that would have called out Drogba in his first season and told him to get out of the club.
Just very quickly, guys. Shubri, thank you for the donation, £5. See, ask others, so have to myself. This channel rocks, boys and girls. Thank you for always supporting it. The best moderator, in my opinion, on all channels. But big up to the other members supporting it as well, man. As always, Nick, always thank you for donating as well, man. It does mean a lot to me. I really appreciate it as well. Because it says not number 9.
We have been saying that he isn't the man to be up front on his own, so I'd agree with you there. And that just makes even the idea of comparing Bamford and Werner as a complete no argument, because one's a striker and one's a second striker at best.
Yeah, and Bamford, you have to think about that. He's been drilled in that Bielsa system for what, 2.5 years now.
And even the last few seasons, he's been struggling to get in over Nketiah and other players like that.
Exactly. You know, I respect him a lot. I think he has potential to become a very, very good striker. But you have to think about his circumstances. He plays for Leeds. Leeds are a very systematic team. They play one way and that one way only. And Bamford suits that role very well, right? Whereas Werner, you know, under Lampard, his role just didn't work out, you know. Lampard chopped and changed it. Same thing with Tuchel right now. He always chops and changes his front three, right? We can't get a cohesive attacking unit established, right? It's always throwing in Giroud or someone like that. I think it's good, but you can't build too much team chemistry around that. So we need to get a more settled on front three for Werner to thrive and to just find a system that works for him, which I think Tuchel can do, and he should do, and probably in the preseason leading up to next year, the next season. So yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Nick, when I got ahead of
Yeah, no
very
problem.
quickly, sadly, I was late to the stream. I was sorting out many things. Matt, as always, thank you for coming on. Nick, I promise I'll invite you on the next stream as well if you're free. I don't know when
Yeah,
it's gonna be. Could be Sunday, could be Monday, but I'll give you an invite before we go
yeah,
live. But yeah, everyone else that has been tuned in, thank you for supporting the channel. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all the comments, all the questions. Thanks for the super chats, of course, from Nick and Stripbear. It does help out the channel a lot. And keep subscribing, man. Hopefully, we hit 19.4k subscribers. We're about, I think, 6 or 7 away. So hopefully, we hit that. And if you can, as I said, follow us on Twitch. We do play FIFA, Call of Duty every single day. Everything's in the description. And go follow Matt's articles and podcasts as well. That's also in the description. I want to thank you guys for coming on. And we'll see you soon, man. Nick, speak to you soon, man. Matt, see you soon.
yeah.